not only am I a veteran, I'm educated. After I failed in business, I went back and got my master's in business, getting my doctorate in business, and understanding that, hey, you can pivot, but pivot the right way. But now telling veterans, don't do what I did, because that potentially almost cost my life again, almost took my life for the fourth time.
JayR McIntyre is a Bronze Star combat veteran turned entrepreneur and speaker, known as the Hood Motivator, inspiring veterans and leaders worldwide.
I felt like nobody cared, nobody understood. This was my baby. I poured everything into it, and I was left alone. And that's why I go around now and I talk specifically to the veteran entrepreneurship programs about the dark days, even the military influencer. We talk about getting the federal contracts and getting the LLCs and starting our own business and all these high things. What happens when it hits your mental again? It's JayR McIntyre, so I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Nice to finally get on your podcast. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, so it's time. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you. First Infantry Division, Big Red 1. Yes, that was my first duty station. Yes. Yes. Well, I joined at a crucial time after the towers fell in 9/11. I joined July 23rd, 2002. So I went to basic training. Had a hard time in basic training, transitioning, coming from California, Long Beach, Compton, Los Angeles, all things programmed in your head, dealing with my mother's death when I was little of AIDS, and seeing a lot of gangs and all that stuff. So I had no other choice. When I got out to a county jail, I went straight into the Army. The Army saved my life in 2002. So after that, I went from one war to going into the military to serve in the biggest war, which was going into Germany, Big Red 1, and then from Germany we left to go to Iraq for my first tour. And that's when everything changed for me. My mindset, becoming a man, growing up, I was 20 years old. I was scared, but I had a job to do, and we did it. Lost a lot of good people our first tour. A lot of people tapped out mentally. A lot of people tapped out spiritually. A lot of people, it's no longer here anymore because of this wristbands. But I made it through. God had a plan for me, and I kept deploying. Like the Lakers, I went back to back to back. I did a 15-month tour, and then I did another 10 to 11-month tour. So I did total of like 55 months in combat. Got a Bronze Star in combat and saw a lot. Grew up pretty much in combat. I grew up, so I was one of them combat babies that 3 or 4 more deployments, and then right after that, getting out the military, I thought that's all I knew how to do. So guess what I did? I became a security contractor. So I went back to Afghanistan. But before I did that, I started trying to take care of my mental. I did 77 days in inpatient because I didn't know what was wrong with me. It was eating me up. I didn't understand. I didn't want to raise my hand and say something was wrong because I thought they would put me on the shelf because I saw that happen before in the military. So yeah, that was a culture back then. It was like if you said anything or you showed sign of weaknesses, they would put you in operations S3. So we didn't want to get sent there to die. And I saw as a private many NCOs coming up that did something wrong or showed sign of weakness. The SAR majors would shelf them or put them on extra duty somewhere or in the TOC working. And we was like, nah, we combat arms. We don't want to be in the TOC. Little did we know we need to learn operations to battle staff and all that. But we didn't want to be in there at all. So yeah, it was hard to say something. Yeah, because I did, like I said, I went to the hospital. I did 3 times in inpatient, did 77 days one time, and started doing ayahuasca. Went to Costa Rica, trying to fix myself. And then after trying to go through all the modalities, I looked up and I'm like, I still want to go show that I can do my job. So, we went back to, Afghanistan as a security contractor while starting my security business because I thought that's the only thing that I know how to do was combat. In my head, that's what they programmed me for, but God had something different for me after the story continues. Yeah, definitely. So after, getting out the military and doing security contracting in Afghanistan and all that stuff, I became an entrepreneur, and I'll tell you that's one of the scariest journeys in the world if you don't carry your mental first. You wear so many hats and all these things that show up and go on in your life, right? And I ended up starting the biggest security company out here in Tampa. It was really good, had a good business plan, model, all that. I didn't have the right people. After COVID, I went bankrupt and I was left alone with bills and mockery and all these things that was saying negative about me. And I had to go back into isolation. So when I went back in isolation, God was like, start speaking life into yourself. My dad's a minister, bishop. Both my grandfathers were ministers. So it was normal for me to speak, but if people don't know me, I'm a natural introvert. I'd rather not say anything and just chill or do my job or whatever I got to do. But when I started to speak, it was natural for me. So I spoke life into myself, and then I started speaking for free. I did that for 3 years, over 250 stages, one person, 1,000 people, just sharing my message. And God was like, "That's your gift. Keep doing it. It woke you up mentally. You're helping people around the world." And now I woke up in January and I was ranked number 44th motivational speaker in the world. Not only am I a veteran, I'm educated. After I failed in business, I went back and got my master's in business, getting my doctorate in business, and understanding that, hey, you can pivot, but pivot the right way. But now telling veterans, don't do what I did, because that potentially almost cost my life again. I almost took my life for the fourth time because I felt like nobody cared, nobody understood. This was my baby. I poured everything into it, and I was left alone. And that's why I go around now and I talk specifically to the veteran entrepreneurship programs about the dark days, even the military influencer. We talk about getting the federal contracts and getting the LLCs and starting our own business and all these high things. What happens when it hits your mental again? So that was my portion at my roundtable that week. That week was talking about, hey, who takes care of the people who motivate everybody? Who takes care of the mental, the dark days as an entrepreneur, as a combat veteran? That was it. Right. Yeah, definitely one. Because when I had my security company, I had 12 employees. Then I had over 300 1099. So I was alone at the top. Nobody understood me. I wasn't getting paid. Every payment I was supposed to pay the CEO, I was dumping right back into the company. So I was alone. And that was a lot for me, for my mental and everything. So once I came back alive and I became a motivational speaker, life coach, it's just me. I have a team. It's three of us, and it's better for me to manage and make sure that I'm taking care of me first, because I can't go give myself to anybody if I don't take care of me first. I would just like to tell everybody, you can do it. Like, it's gonna be hard, and if it ain't hard, then it ain't for you, right? So you got to get through your hard first. And I have this speech called "Get in front of your ugly." So attack the things that people are talking about. Understand what we got going on. Then once you understand who you are, then you can shine your light and operate authentically in who you are. I don't want to be nobody else. When I step on the stage, I'm definitely the elephant in the room because I have a hat on, I have a jeans, but they didn't look my bio up. They didn't know I served in the military, Bronze Star, got my doctorate. So now you doubted all that. Now when I open my mouth, my rhetoric surprises you. I love that feeling. That's the biggest feeling I love, when I walk into these rooms and I'm really the elephant. I have a book coming out October 7th. It's called The Elephant. It's going to be on Amazon, and it's about everything that I have experienced walking into all these rooms. Yeah. I'm doing it right now. So I'm in school full time for my doctorate. I got 5 classes left. I got my family, I got my kids, my 3 kids, and taking care of myself. So I take some of the books out of the military that I learned. Was Sergeant's Time Training was Thursday. That was meant for just you to get your squad together and y'all do something fun, mentally, train, physically, whatever. So on Thursday, I don't do anything. Sunday I have a meeting, but I really don't have church. I don't do anything. So that's a given. Don't book me on Thursday. Don't talk to me on Thursday. I probably don't even want to get up and do no push-ups. I'm good. I don't want to work out. I just want to chill, hang out with my dogs, maybe get in the pool, relax. Because, like I said, if I don't pour into myself, I can't go get paid to go pour false. That's what's going on right now. The life coaches and the motivational, they're doing it for the money, but you're not doing it for the passion. You're not impact. When you do go do it, you're not giving 100% to your audience because you're overwhelmed or tired mentally because you've been running yourself ragged. I don't want to do that, because as an empath, I can feel what this therapist is saying, and I can also feel that if you don't want to be here, I can feel that too. Yeah, yeah, right. Definitely. Well, I don't touch security no more. I may consult for other companies and show them assessments other than that. But AI has played, don't let it handicap you. I would say that. Don't let it do all the work. Introduce yourself, because AI is not, it's not artificial intelligence. It's just a bunch of us human brains together with ideas that is calculating the response that you think you may need, but you can tailor it. As far as me motivational speaking, I don't think they can make AI that can get up on the stage, but maybe they create my face and do stuff like this. But me on the stage, like, you have to come see me perform. That's what I love to do. Get on the stage, life coach, talk, tell stories. I'm a great storyteller. I feel the crowd. I shift the crowd. I make the move. So until AI can do that, then I'm not really tripping off what they got going on. They can help me better in my business model, but other than that, yeah, let's do it. Let's see. Let me see. Mastery. I wrote that. 48 Laws of Power. and it's another book that I'm reading. It's a survival handbook. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, Fiji. I want to go to Fiji. Yes. Yeah. A coffee with maca and moringa and sea moss. Yeah. Well, I believe I operate already in that superpower, but I mean to tell some people probably is cerebral, reaching out. Yes. I would, yeah, and touch more people. That's it. So I operate in my cerebral. So using that and finding all the other mutants out there like myself. So yeah, yeah. Alive or dead. I would love to sit down and talk to Martin Luther King because I want to win the Nobel Peace Prize. And I heard everything he have done, but I want to understand him more and then have him guide me towards the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, yeah, right. So it depends, but I really don't, I'm not staying up after 2, 3 o'clock. But early bird, I get up every morning around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Say my meditations, pray, ground myself. If I do take a nap again, I do, but I'm up no matter what. So really big. You gotta have your reference point. You gotta have your true north and figure out every day what you got going on and just manifest things and pray and also after you pray you gotta go do things and make it happen. So the art networking. The art. Everybody networks in it, but it's an art to how you do it. You don't have to network with everybody, but find the right person to network with. That's it. Like we did. So yes, Five Guys. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I don't. I might podcast the Motivators Table, but other than that, I might see clips of everybody else, but I'm not like a binge watch on. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to have my own ideas. Because some people when they watch so much of everybody else's stuff, now you're speaking like that. I don't know. Yeah, Tupac, definitely. Yeah, I'm a West. Yeah, I grew up in Long Beach. Yeah. Yes, sir. Just stay humble as a person, but in your in doing military or business, be a dog. Continue to love yourself a lot more. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. So I see myself as the #1 motivational speaker in the world on commercials, on Super Bowls, movies, acting, writing, producing, and traveling multiple times to all the U.S. bases to show the veterans in active duty that, hey, it can look like this too. That's my goal. Yeah. Go to my page on LinkedIn, JayR McIntyre, Instagram, The Motivator. They have my emails there, and then my YouTube Motivator, and you can get in contact with me, book me. My email is jewral_McIntyre@yahoo.com. My calendar is filling up pretty fast in 2026, so it's showtime. This is what I wanted. Now it's coming really fast. I don't want to stop it. I'm just putting them in the calendar, getting my deposits and getting ready, because every speech for me is tailored for every audience. So thank you, appreciate you. Thank you.